Welcome to day 315 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and we're continuing our No Nonsense November with tip and tool number 10 today. And our topic and our tip today is build mental resilience. Always be increasing your ability to deal with the stuff that happens in your life and in the lives of those that you love and care about. So our tool today is really a couple different action item things, but our tool today is mental resilience training. Now, there's one by Happify that is recommended by the internet. Have not taken that, but it's based on 5 ideas or 5 principles. So I'm going to share those quickly. And then our action item today is to ask yourself, how resilient am I right now? Now, we're just coming off a presidential election here in the United States, and a lot of people are having different emotional reactions to that, me included. And I'm reminded that how mentally resilient we are, how able we are to handle disappointments, shows up in the way that we act and behave, and comment and share and treat other people. And so we want to make sure that we're treating people the way we want to be treated, acting the way we want to be seen in the world, because we don't always do that, me included. I don't always act the way I want. Sometimes I put snide comments on social media posts because I'm like, really, people, can we really be this mean to one another? I will admit it's been an interesting campaign cycle in that I have never seen so much absolute vile, evil, inappropriate commenting toward other people just because they have a different opinion than you about a candidate in my life. And I don't participate in that kind of stuff on social media. It's not my lane. Don't want to participate in it. I'm all about how can we make the world a better place, not a worse place, by being unkind to one another. So it's been interesting from that standpoint. And sometimes we just have to say, I choose not to participate. Guess what? I'm not going to go online for a week on social media until everything calms down and smooths out a little bit, or however long and whatever works for you. So how mentally resilient are you right now? And if you're not sure, step back and take a look at your feelings and your behavior and your emotions, and see how they are impacting you right now. That's what I do. So what are some things that we want to look at to be more mentally resilient? Why do we even care? Well, because the faster we bounce back from challenges or setbacks or obstacles or problems and start focusing on the solutions, the faster we move toward the life that we want and creating the life that we want, that we enjoy, that we love, that we're here to create as an example for other people, right? I always say we're here to be an example for other humans, not a warning. So a lot of people out there right now who are absolute positive warnings for how not to behave. All right, so what are these 5 things? And then our action item today is going to be rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How mentally resilient do you think you are right now? I think I'm about a 6 or a 7 right now. Is that good enough for me? No, I want to be a lot more mentally resilient. So I'm going to apply 1 or more of these ideas today. And if you need more information, you can see, of course, Doris's Story and Guide to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page, or you can just Google it, right? You can Google mental resistance and you'll get all kinds of tips and tricks and strategies and trainings and courses and coaches, whatever you might need depending on your current situation. So first and foremost, we need to be able to reframe negative thoughts. Whenever something happens, do you ever catch yourself saying, oh my God, ain't it awful? Poor me. I'm a victim. This is the end of the world. I'm never going to recover. And things like that. Well, if you do, and guess what? We're all human. We do that sometimes, depending on the situation. We need to be able to reframe those negative thoughts into positive ways of looking at things. That we need to remember that setbacks, challenges, obstacles, roadblocks, problems are always just there to show us or teach us something. Doesn't always feel that way at the time, but they always are. So the sooner we can look for and find the lesson, the sooner we can move on in a productive way in our life. And that helps our peace of mind and mental status and mental resilience and mental well-being. Mental resilience helps us to be healthier, mentally capable human beings. Secondly, we want to embrace vulnerability as a strength. Sometimes we think we have to be the tough guy all the time and set the example all the time, but we're not going to be the example all the time. Sometimes we just need to feel what we have to feel to work ourselves through it so that we can get on the other side of that feeling. I think grief is that way for me. Grief is something that will pop in all the time, and we can let it visit, but I don't think we want to let it live in us for long periods of time if we want to be mentally resilient and move forward and create what it is that we want in our life. If we are stuck in grief or any kind of negative emotion, we're not moving forward and we're not creating the life we want and we deserve. And vulnerability is being willing to feel the feelings, work your way through them, and then decide how you want to respond. Third, we want to cultivate self-compassion. We spent a whole day talking about this not too long ago. Got to treat ourselves a lot more kindly so that we can treat other people kindly. It's like the saying goes, you can't love other people until you love yourself. Well, you're not going to be kind to other people if you're not being kind to yourself. Fourth, build strong, supportive relationships. How often does this come up? If we have a group of people and we surround ourselves with wise, strong, mentally resilient, capable people, we will behave in a similar fashion. We will behave in that same way, and we will grow and recover from setbacks faster than if we don't have any sort of a support system. And then fifth, we want to practice gratitude and celebrate the small wins. We just talked about gratitude. How important is it a couple days ago, how important is it to be grateful for what is? Because guess what? Any situation we find ourselves in is just the situation we find ourselves in. And we define and decide if it's positive or negative. And we can take anything and turn it into a possibility and an option and an opportunity for us. Absolutely anything. If you doubt that, give me a situation and we'll see how we can turn it into a positive. I've had to take a lot of things in my life that other people would consider absolute deal breakers. I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. And had to turn them around and solve the problem or do something different to move forward in my life. And we all need to do that. The faster and quicker and easier we can do that, the better off we are, and the more fun our life is, right? It's I don't know about you, but I gave up struggle a couple of decades ago because I realized the hustle and the struggle was not serving me well or those I love and care about. So when people tell you things are a certain way or they have to be a certain way, always question that, because maybe that's the way they're choosing for them to be in their life, but you do not have to choose the same thing. So action item today, how mentally resilient do you consider yourself right now? What do you want to be? And pick one thing that you'll do today to practice being more mentally resilient. Maybe it's turn a negative thought or a negative situation, look for the positives in it, practice gratitude, show vulnerability, phone a friend, get a supportive relationship, phone a friend and tell them, hey, I'm really struggling with this. I just need to vent. Can I get it out of my system? You don't have to fix it for me. Just let me talk about it a minute. Because guess what? We always know exactly what we need to do. We're usually just blocking ourselves from seeing it. And sometimes just talking it out or journaling it out, writing it out, helps us get the clarity that we need to move forward. All right, any questions? You know what to do. Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.